Okay. So now let us start the discussion. So I hope you remembered in the last part of the session, started with flow controls. As a part of that, come in. So there we discussed it about break, continue, and also pause. And the written statement will come in the functions topic, but we'll explain separately for you. Come in. Now I am going to enter into the nested or inner loops I'm going to discuss. So let me start nested or inner loops concept now. Nested or inner loops concept. So I'm going to discuss nested or inner loops concept. Easy. So it's a very important student. So there we are going to discuss what is the use of inner loops, how they are going to execute, what are the various approaches to deal with inner loops we are going to discuss. So before going to that, I would like to start with example part of it. Take the paint here. So let us move to the further. My requirement today is I'm going to take with the task based things here. My requirement today is like this. My requirement is to display the following. To display the following. Display the following. So what I'm going to display, what I want to display. So it is something like this. I want to display one. I want to display one. Next, I want to display two. I want to display three. Three. Now I want to display four. Now I want to display five. Now I want to display five. How do you display this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Come on. How do you display 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? By using loop. By using one loop, we will discuss. By using one loop, we will go for displaying these values. So the value called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 can be displayed as what? For I in range of 1 comma 6. 1 comma 6 and print of I. So that these values will be displayed like this. These values will be displayed like this. So finally, next I want to go for the moment when 1 is coming. So that means you know how to display this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a very important students. After displaying this number 1, after displaying this number 1, we are supposed to display 1, 2. I want to display 2. I want to display 3. I want to display 3. I want to display 3. Take care. I want to display 1. I want to display 2. I want to display 3. Like that, I want to display. Here, the point to remember here is the moment when 1 is displayed, the moment when 1 is displayed, this one, the moment when 1 is displayed, immediately I want to display what again? 1, 2, 3. So, for this 1, 2, 3, what I will use it? Again, I will use one more for loop. How to use it? For I in range of 1 comma 4. 1 comma 4. So I'll say print of what? I. So it will display what? 1, 2, 3. Already this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This was used one more for loop. This is one more for loop. But what to write, how to write, that I want to go for it. Similarly, when 2 is coming, I want to display again 1, 2, 3. When 3 is coming, I want to display 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When 4 is coming, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When 5 is coming, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to display like this. Try to follow. Now I'm going to write it. Once again, I'm going to write the for loop for this. How do I write it? For I in range of 1 comma 6. So I'm printing what here? Print of what? I. Print of I. What is the value printed? 1. After printing 1, I want to print again what? 1, 2, 3. So here only I will write one more type of for loop. one more type of for loop I will write it. Inside of the for loop, one more for loop I am writing for j. For j in R of 1 comma 4. 1 comma 4. So there I am going to write it. Print of what I am writing? J. Print of j I am writing. What is the value printed? This one is printed. Where it is going? This is known as outer loop. This is known as inner loop. So it is going to where only? Inner loop. What is the value of j? Uh, It is already one is printed. What is printed next? 2. 2 is printed. Next it is going to where again? Inner loop. What is the value of j? 3. 3 is printed. Go to inner loop. What is the inner loop here? False. Come out of which loop? Inner loop. Go to where? Outer loop. What is the outer loop value? I? 2. This is a 2. Generated 2. Generated 2. So, this is generated 2. 2 means again what is happening? Inner loop repeated again here. So, I am going to write it on simple logic here. So, I am writing logic case number 1 I am going to take up. So, I am going to take up here. Carefully try to follow. So, I am going to take up. So, I am going to take up here. So, here I am going to take up. Take care. Now, I am going to write it for I in range of, for I in range of, what I'm going to do here, 1 comma what, 1 comma what, 6, 1 comma 6 I'm going to take up, 1 comma 6, there I'm going to write it, I here. So there I'm going to write it, print of what, I value printed, where you take care of it, I'm writing one more loop here, with a blue line I'm writing, for j in range of 1 comma 4. 1 comma 4, there I am writing print of j. Print of j. I am writing here something like this. Else I am writing. Else I am writing. Here I let something over there, but you least bother about it. Here I am writing else over there. And you know the else part of both of them. What is this else part which I am writing right now? This else part is called what? Outer else part that is. So let us take care. Here I am going to take care. So who is this? Pragnadeep is asking, sir, written statement not covered. My dear student, are you in jungle or what? Huh? Are you in jungle or what? So what I said already? You are saying not covered. I said 20 times in the class. I will cover in the functions, I said. I said I will cover in the functions. And you people are not listening the class and then saying that not covered. Do you think that am I forgetting that? What are you speaking? Pragnadeep, are you there in the class? Yesterday, today, morning and everything you are there. Even today also I said or not? Today also I said written statement I will cover in the functions I said. So are you there? So are you in jungle or what? Come to the point. Here I am going to take up. I will cover everything. You need to listen the class properly so that you can understand. So come in. Nilsson backside. Stand backside. So here I am going to take up. Here I am going to take up. This is called inner loop. This is called inner loop. Here it is called inner loop. So this is the one I'm going to take up. So here, because if you say not covered, it is a credibility for me. Not covered means, do you think that am I going to skip or something? Because I am very much sincere. I am very delicate, first of all, because I will explain so perfectly for you without doing anything. Very perfectly, I will explain. And you are saying that not covered. It hurt me a lot. This never accept in my lifetime. So take care before you are going to speak something. You have to think 100 times because I'm a different faculty in your time. So I said 4 or 5 times so far. I said that I will cover in the functions. So here I'm going to say, here it is going to be like this. Now I'm going to start. This is called outer loop. This is called outer loop. This is outer loop, and this is inner loop. And I mentioned clearly that arrows and all, this is called inner loop. This is inner loop. So I mentioned the loop statements and everything, and you need to take care how the flow is. This is called case one. Case one. Start the flow. First, the PVM comes to where? Outer for loop. What the value of I? 1. Printed 1. This one is printed. Next, go to where? Inner for loop. Value of J, 1. Printed what? This 1. Go to where? Inner for loop. What the value of J? 2. What is printed here? 2. Go to where? Inner for loop. J value 3. 3 printed. And go to inner for loop. Inner for loop is false. Come out of outer for loop. English rather. Come out of inner for loop. Go to outer for loop. I made them to execute. Kuchama. Sit down. So go to where? ఎందుకు కూర్చోబెడుతున్నా నేను 33% రిజర్వేషన్ ఉంది కాబట్టి. యాక్చువల్గా నేను ఇద్దరు ఒకటే బాయ్స్ అండ్ గర్ల్స్ బోత్ ఆఫ్ దెమ్ సేమ్. Actually, I'm allowing you to stand up. Still some more time. So here, actually, I should not allow, but I'm allowing. So it will go to the outer loop. It will go to the outer loop. Sit down. So here, what is the value of I again? 2. It is 2. It is 2. And go to where 2 is printed. Again, it is coming to where? Inner loop. What is the value printed? 1 is printed. Go to where again? Inner loop. What is the value of J? 2. 2 printed. Next, go to where again? Inner loop. What is the value printed again? 3. Go to again what? J. It is becoming false. Come out of inner loop. Inner loop. Go to the else of inner loop. Go to where? Outer loop. What is the value again? 3. 3 printed. And for the 3, inner loop repeated 3 times. 1, 2, 3 printed. Go to outer loop. I value is called 4. Printed 4. Inner loop repeated for 1, 2, 3. Go to outer loop. What is the value of I? 5. It is printed again 5. And printed inner loop is called 3 times. And go to the inner loop. False. Go to the outer loop. Outer loop also false. Come out of that. This is comes under what? This is comes under what? For loop in for loop. This is comes under for loop in for loop. For loop in for loop. This is called for loop in for loop. So this is comes under for loop in for loop. Is it understandable? Right. Now I'm going to enter into the another model here. Another model. This is comes under for loop in for loop. I'll show you that example for you perfectly. Let us go to one more kind of case. Another case. Case number 2 I'm going to talk. Case number 2. What is the case number 2? While loop in while loop I'm going to talk. While loop in while loop I'm going to talk. Carefully try to listen. So when while loop comes, I need to go for what? Initialization, updation, and the condition I need to take explicitly. I is equal to 1. Take care all of you. I is equal to 1 for displaying this type of data. For displaying this type of data. I is equal to 1 while I less than equal to 5. I am writing there print of I. Print of I, which is printed. Now I am writing next J is equal to 1. J is equal to 1. Why J is equal to 1? For inner loop concept is concerned, this values is concerned, I'm taking, and there I'm writing what J is equal to 1. There I'm saying while J less than or equal to what? 3. J less than or equal to 3. J less than or equal to 3. There I'm printing print of what? J. There I'm writing J is equal to J plus 1. J is equal to J plus 1. There I am going to write it. Else part I am going to write it. In the else part of inner loop I am writing I is equal to I plus 1. For which purpose? Outer for loop purpose I am writing it. And moreover I am writing else part here for outer loop. Else part. and some more statements you may get it. This is called the another looping strategy here. So there I will take care about it. So this is going to where outer loop. So here I am going to write it. Fine. So this is outer loop related flow. And this part is what inner loop related. Inner loop related this is. So inner loop related this is. So take care. This is will mention it. Outer loop and this is inner loop. This is inner loop here. Inner loop here. So start understanding about inner loop. So here I am going to start with I is equal to 1. 1 less than or equal to 5 true. Print of I. That is 1 is printed. J is 1. J is 1. And 1 less than or equal to 3. True. Print of what? J. This 1 is printed. J plus 1. It is a 2. Go to inner loop. J value is called what? 2. 2 less than or equal to 3. 2. Print this 2. J plus 1. 3. 3 less than or equal to 3. True. True. It is going to be true. Printed true. J plus 1. 3 plus 1. 4. 4 less than or equal to 3. False. Come out of what? Inner loop. Increment I is equal to I plus 1. Go to which loop? Outer loop. I value how much? 2. 2 is printed. 2 less than or equal to 5 true. 2 is printed. Now coming to J is equal to 1. 1 less than or equal to 3. True. Print J value. And J is equal to J plus 1. It is a 2. Go to this place. 2 less than or equal to 3. True. Print 2. 2 plus 1. 3. 3 less than or equal to 3. True. Printed. J 3 less than or equal to 3. Printed. 4 it is becoming. 4 less than or equal to 3. False. Come out of inner loop. Go to else part of inner loop. I plus 1 is called 3. Go to outer loop. Now students 3. Now 3 is coming. But 3 again printed. Inner loop repeated how many times? 3 times. And again else part it will come. Go to outer loop. Outer loop how much value? 4. 4 printed. J value how much? 1. It is repeated how many times? 3 times repeated. Inner loop false. I plus 1. 5. 5 less than or equal to 5 true. Printed 5. Printed 5. Repeated for 3 times. I j plus 1 4. 4 less than or equal to 3 false. Come out of the inner loop. I plus 1 6. 6 less than or equal to 5 false. Out of that outer loop. Are you following me? Right. So this is comes under which loop? While loop in while loop. While loop in while loop. Are you understanding? So coming to the point of it. So Aryan Tiwari is asking, he is also one of the I can't say how these people are. So coming to this place, he is also asking how we know both loops are same. How we can know it's an inner loop or outer loop. So you see that how low basics and everything is available. He did not touch the programming at all so far. How I know that inner loop or outer loop is asking. How in innocent knowledge. So I cannot answer such questions. So helpless. Are you following me? Inner loop, outer loop, do you know? Right. Do you know outer loop, inner loop? He is thinking that normal. But that means he did not touch the book at all. That's why he is going to be totally out of order. See, the doubts itself will decide your talent. Okay, let it be. So we don't want to go for such a very low level part because already loops are already completed. Indentation is very important here. Indentation. Others. Right. Indentation is an important. See that? So for that Aryan Tiwari, my dear student, I am feeling very pretty about your future now. This you see, this is called indentation. And this is called one more indentation here. This is called one more indentation. What this is known as? What this is known as inner. Because inside of this loop, it is defined one more loop. Indentation will decide it is called what type of loop. This is called what? One more type of while loop with this indentation. And this is going to be known as what again? inner loop this is. Are you able to follow now? Right. This is called what? Loop in a loop. So what I defined here? The process of defining one loop inside of what? Another loop is called inner loop. This is called one loop. Defined in which loop? Another loop is called inner loop. So here I will write it. If you practice well and if you do, you can understand. If you don't practice and if you come only to the class, nothing will happen. So let us move to the further. So the process of defining one loop, one loop in in process of defining one loop inside of another loop is called nested or inner loops. Nested or inner loops. Nested or inner loops. The process of defining one loop inside of another loop is called nested or inner loops. So how you can go for it? The process of defining one loop inside of another loop is called inner or nested loops. And how they are executing? How they are executing? See, for the value of outer loop, one time it is printed. One time it is printed. Is it printing multiple times or not? It is. Inner loop executed how many times? So for one time outer loop, inner loop executed how many times? Three times. One time outer loop, inner loop executed how many times? Right. But I am writing it. The execution process of the execution process of inner loops is that the execution process of inner loops is that for every value of for every value of for every value of outer loop for every value of outer loop inner loop repeated inner loop repeated inner loop repeated for finite number of times for finite number of times for finite number of times until for every value of outer loop inner loop repeated for finite number of times finite number of times until mm, until inner loop condition inner loop test condition test condition becomes yes inner loop test condition becomes false. Very very important because you have seen the execution and then we are writing it. Inner loop execution becomes false. This is the point of what? Inner loop. And if we go to the point of what, if we go to the point of this discussion, outer loop, if we take it, outer loop repeated how many times? Five. For that value of one, inner loop repeated how many times? Three times. So five, this is repeating three times. So if it is generally how many times? Five into how many times? 15 times it is repeating. So for loop is repeating how many times? Outer for loop n times. Inner loop repeating how many times? M times. So n into m times it is repeating. N into m times it is repeating. N into m times it is repeating. So this is going to be known as what? N into m times it is repeating. So what I am trying to tell you is when you go to the time complexities, outer loop is going to be indicated as what? N times and inner loop is m times. It is n into m times it is repeating because you will come across in the time complexity level if we go for it. In mathematically, five times repeated, it is repeated three times. Totally how many times? 15 iterations will be taken place. That is what this execution process says. Able to follow? So next one, inner loops or nested loops can be used in how many ways? Four ways. We can use inner or nested loops in four ways. Four ways we can use it. What are those four ways here? What are the four ways? Number one, four ways. Directly I will write it. Directly I will write the syntaxes itself. So why to write that? Directly I will write it. So here, go to this place here. Coming to this place, here I am writing four syntaxes. I'll write it. So here I am writing 4 syntaxes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So approach number 1, that is syntax number 1. Syntax number, what is the syntax number 1? For loop in, for loop in, for loop. For loop in, for loop. Second syntax, while loop in, while loop. While loop in, while loop. Second one, while loop. While loop in, while loop I am taking. Next I am going to take up syntax number 3. Syntax number 3. For loop in, while loop. For loop in, while loop. Syntax number 4. Yes. While loop in, for loop. So this is the subject of it. So students, you try to follow the syntax, of course, writing code for variable name in iterable object, iterable object, iterable object 1. I am writing here for loop. For this is called variable name 1. For variable name 2 in iterable object 2, iterable object 2. This is called 2. There I am writing block of statements. There I am writing block of statements. Here I am writing else part for inner loop, else part for inner loop. I am writing here else part for outer loop. This is a syntax. So how you know that they are inner loops or outer loops? Indentation. Indentation is a very important. This is known as inner loop, inner loop. This is known as outer loop, outer loop. So how do you know that? Because of based on what? Indentation. While loop you take it. What are the while loop, students? While test condition 1. And before that some initialization and all those things you will take care. Before that all you take initialization and all. Now I am going to take up. So here we'll write some block of statements. Here we'll take some block of statements. I will write it what here? While test condition 2 you will take. While test condition you will take it. So there I am going to write it. So there I am going to write it what? Else part I am writing. Else part is written here. There I wrote it. And I am writing else part for what also? Outer. So this is going to be called as what you know? Inner loop, outer while loop. This is going to be indicating inner loop and this is outer loop. Outer loop this is called. So I think it is more clear. Tell me now, this is also inner loop. This is called what? Outer loop. Tell me, for loop in where? While loop. Tell me here, for loop in while loop. What is an outer loop here? While loop. What is an inner loop? So I will write, take this part, I'll carry this place here, writing in this place. While loop, anyhow it is an outer only. Inner loop I will write for loop. I'll bring one for loop here. This part I will bring it. So examples also I will show you now. Example also I will show you. This is a while loop outer. Inner is this one. So go to the next area what? While loop in for loop. So what is an outer loop here? For loop. So let me bring out this part. I'll bring this part. Last I will paste it. So here I posted it. So here this loop I will change it. Which one I will write? Inner while loop I will write it. So very simple. Go to this place. Here I am writing. Done. Inner loop, outer loop. Now I will go to the example part. This requirement is there now. This requirement related example I will cover. So let me go to the program now. So online students, is it clear? Is the syntax and everything is clear? Now I will move to the further. Go to the PyCharm. Go to the PyCharm. Now I will go to this place. Let me close this area. Close this project. Go to this 9 AM loops. There I will talk about it. Here I am going to say close the project. Okay. This part you try to take. Inner loops example I will go for it. Continue statement and all those things posted the questions. New inner loop. inner loops example 1.py. So I'm going to take up students carefully try to follow. So there I'm going to write it for I in a range of 1 comma 6. 1 comma 6. Print of what? Value of a. Value of I is equal to comma I wrote it. For example, execute it 1 to 5 came. But here I would like to mention it outer loop just one value like this. Okay, students. Now here I will write it as a part of that. I would like to mention one more for loop I am writing for j in range of 1 comma 4. There I am writing. There I am writing this point. This point I am going to write it. Value of what here I am writing some backslash t inner loop I will write it. Inner loop I am writing. J I will print. J. I'm printing J here. J. So here I'm writing else part. There I'm writing print of. I'm writing out of which loop? Inner loop. Out of inner loop I'm going to write it. Understood? Try to run it. Here I'm writing else part. What do you need to write it? Out of outer loop I will write it. Out of outer loop I will write it. Just out of outer loop I am writing it. Try to run this now. Execute it. See the carefully. Go to the output. Outer loop related. For one value of I. Repeated how many times? 3 times. Out of each loop. So going to where? What is the value of it? Earlier value I is 1. Now it is called what? 2. For the 2 repeated how many times? Very good. Now again it is out of each loop. And for every value of outer loop, inner loop repeated finite number of times or not? Yes, so 3. Again 1, 2, 3. And 4, 1, 2, 3. 5, 1, 2, 3. Out of outer loop also. Out of inner loop also. Clear? What output we have planned? The same output is coming here. Online students, I think you are comfortable. Very comfortable about it. Now I will move to the further. Second while loop related things I am going to take up. Inner loop example 2.py. Inner loop example 2.py. So there I am going to write it. Coming to this place, carry this entire thing. Planning for 2.py. 2.py. There I am going to write it. I is equal to 1. There I am going to write it. While I less than or equal to 5. Yes. Value. Here I am writing j is equal to 1. There I am trying to write. While j less than or equal to 3. J less than or equal to 3. J printed. And j is equal to what? J plus 1. And here I is equal to I plus 1. Why? You can write I is equal to I plus 1 here also, no problem. Because I wrote in the out of this. What loop it is? Earlier also I will mention it. Which loop it is? Inner loop. What is this loop? Outer loop. How do you know inner loop or outer loop? Yes, indentation. So if you ask such a doubt now, all of a sudden I got, I feared a lot. How do you know that it is an indentation? How do you know that it is an inner loop or outer loop? All of a sudden I got confused about that question. Aryan Tiwari. So this is going to be an inner loop and outer loop. You need to take care because of your doubts. Don't make the faculty to fear a lot. So student will make the fear. Student will be make the fear if you ask such type of doubts. So it is outer loop. Run this code. Beautiful. Same. 1, 2. For 1, 1, 2, 3. Out of inner loop. Same. 1, 2, 3. Out of that. 3, 1, 2, 3. 4, 1, 2, 3. 5, 1, 2, 3. Out of inner loop and then inner loop. Done. Clear? Right. This is model number 1. Syntax 1, syntax 2. Syntax 3. I'll go to the syntax 3. You go to the syntax 3. Very, very easy. Syntax number 3. Go to the place. Now I'll take new. Taking here 3.py. 3 dot py going to, there I'm going to take up students. For loop in while loop I'm taking easy. There I'm going to take up 3. Here I'm going to write. In this place I will write what? For loop I will write it. Come on, tell me. For j in the range of 1 comma 3. 4 okay, 1 comma 4. 1 comma 4. So j need not to increment. You know that, right? Yes. So students, what I do is, as usual, like earlier, 1, 2, 3, okay, printed. This is 1, 2, 3 printed or not? So now I will print instead of 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1 I want to print. Can I print? 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1 I want to print. How do you write now? Come on. Come on. 3 comma 3 comma 0 comma minus 1. This part was already explained. This part was already explained. And while loop also I want to display what? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 I want to display. What is the value of 5? 5. What is the here? Greater than or equal to 1. Greater than or equal to 1. What is this now? I minus 1. This part also I was explained already in the sessions. See that now? 5, 4, 3 outer. 3, 2, 1 out of inner loop. 4. 3, 2, 1 out of inner loop. 3, 2, 1 out of inner loop. Out of that 3, 2, 1. 1, 3, 2, 1 out of outer loop. Are you following me? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 3, 2, 1, and it is going to be like this. Clear? This is related to while loop inside of what? For loop. Next I want to go for what? Last part of it. What is the last part? While loop in for loop. I'll go for while loop in for loop. So part 1 I will carry. I will copy this. Go to the place. Simple. So I'm going to take up. This is called what 3. 3 or 4? 4. I'll go to the 4. 4.py. There I will carry this entire thing. Here I will write it. 4.py. Inside of that 4.py, there I am going to write this loop. I am going to change it. Which loop it is? For loop, inner loop I will write it. Correct? So fourth place, let it be, it is an outer. Inside of that I am writing while. Correct? So that I should not write I value and j value I am going to print. One is in forward direction, one is in backward direction. I hope you follow. Greater than or equal to 1. J minus 1. 1 is in 1 to 6 is forward. Outer values forward. Inner values backward. Run. So see that 1, 2, 3. But these are 3 to 1. 3 to 1. 3 to 1. 4, 5, 6. 3 to 1. Able to follow? The 4 models, 4 different varieties, you got it. Understood? Now, I will give an output, you need to plan it. 3 loops, I will write it. 3 loops. Ready to write it? Sleeping. Stand up. Why are you sleeping, ma? Generally, why are you sleeping? Even morning also one student is sleeping. 11 o'clock also one girl was sleeping by sitting here. New batch. Why? Reading Python notes yesterday. Looking very good. Decent student only. Sincere student. But sleeping. Why? Health not good. Ma? Hmm? Yesterday? You did not sleep. Reading Python notes. Hmm? Went to home. Went to home. Sit down. Listen. Because when you sleep now, you will miss important session. If that question will come in interview means what? You'll get problem. You will think that sir did not explain. But you did not remember when you slept in the class. So try to think about all these things because you are not a small kids. So now I want to go for like this. Look at that carefully. Now I want to go for something like this. All of you carefully follow. Now my output should be like this. What I want to print? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Here I will print 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. Here 1, 1. Here 1, 1, 3. 3. Next 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3. 3. 1, 3, 1. 1, 3, 2. 1, 3, 3. Okay? Not okay. You are not okay. So here 1, this is a 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 3, 3. Next 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3. Over. This is my output. Here, what is this now? This first one is called I. Second one is J, is K. Generally, student will not have that much knowledge. All prestigious institutes, people will, IITs, NITs, they will understand this. But you will also understand. But because when you sleep, when you do something else in the middle of the classes, that time problem will come. What is this value of how many loops? I. That means one time. Next is called what? J. Also, I is going to be what? 2. So I will write it what here? I am writing beautiful code here. I'll write it for I. See this J value 111, 222, 333. That means J planned to repeat how many times? 3 times. K planned to repeat how many times? 3 times. I planned to repeat how many times? Madhu Babulu, ఇదంతా ఏంటంటే 1. This entire thing below 1 is called what? 2. So outer for loop is planned to repeat how many times? For I in range of 1 comma 3. 1 comma 3. Which will print what? This will be going for. Actually, I want to teach all this kind of great coding, but sometimes I fear that whether you will follow me or not. Really, students, really, I feel sometimes like that. So here for J in range of what? 1 comma 4. 1 comma 4. I am going to write it. Print of what? J. J. In the for loop, in that place, I will write it again. Here I will write it. In this place only you go. In this place only you go. For what? K. In range of what? 1 comma 4. In this I will write it. Just a minute. Just a minute. So, okay. You say there. You say there. For I in range of, for I in range of 1 comma 3. I will print here, print of I comma j comma k. I comma j comma k. If you understand, it is a great. Sorry, and Triwari will ask me, sir, all 3 loops are same. How do you know that it is inner loop or outer loop? Then if you ask that question, I will get lot of tension about it. So where is my student is going on? Are you understanding? Is that all of them same or different? Same or different? Huh? Different. So Okay, Aryan Tiwari. Now I'm clear. Okay, you are clear. Huh? Okay, thanks to God. Thanks to God, really. Okay, so start. So here, so actually in Naresh IT, everybody's taken, every faculty has given the leave. Monday to Monday, they give the holiday for everybody. But I'm not giving holiday for you. Monday to Sunday, they give the holiday for everybody. No, but no classes are going on here. I'm only taking classes. Even I can also give holiday. She's thinking, why holiday? Like she's putting, you're thinking like, she's saying, "Emo జరుగుతుందా?" something. They also not in the context. Why holidays? Like that, they are thinking by them. They are not in Hyderabad. They are in London, I think so. So everybody is now given holiday for festive of what? Some festival is there in Hyderabad. That's why these holidays. You know that? Right. So they give holiday, 1 week holiday. But I'm not giving. I'm giving from day after tomorrow onward. Thursday to Sunday only. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sunday including any of holiday it is. Only 3 days holidays I'm giving. Even I can take rest. But why I'm not giving? Because if I give 1 week holiday, next Monday if you come, you're almost 19 student you will be. You'll be always a layman only. Early man you will become. So, hmm, so Venkatesh, so there is no time in life. Nowadays we have to run. Good. Good is your giving a lot of boost. Thanks so much. Okay. So coming to the point here. Okay, no doubt in that. Come to the point. Shall we start the flow? Start. What is the value of I? See, I'm not going to trace it. I'm going to ask you what is an output printed. That's all. I'm not going to say I is this much, J is this much, K is this much. I'm not going to say. One flow I will show you. First it will come here. First it will come here. And it will be coming here. This is an inner loop. When inner loop is false, it is going to outer loop. When outer loop is false, it is going to outer loop. This is known as outer loop. This is known as outer loop. This is known as inner loop. This is known as inner loop. What this is called? Huh? Inner loop. This is. So names also I said. Now I will ask you comfortably. You need to answer. If you are good, you will answer. Otherwise, you take rest. Start. I value. Enter into inner loop. J ABCD కాదు ఇక్కడ. No ABCD. J IJ. Okay. Start. What is the value of I? J. Hmm? One or two na? One or two na? One. K. What is the value printed? 111. So I'm writing 111. Go to inner loop. Go to inner loop. K value. What is the value printed? IJK. What is the value? 112. Go to where? Inner loop. What is the value of K? Come on. What is the answer printed? 113. Go to where? Inner loop. What is the value of K? Come on. False. 4. Totally out of order. Second time attending Python. Second time repeating Python. I give special permission for you. So special permission. Even 10 times attending also problem. So go to where? Go to where? Inner loop. What is the value of J? 2. Now enter into where? Inner for loop. What is the value of K? 1. IJK. Come on. 1, 2, 1. Go to where? Inner loop. What is the value of K? IJK. 1, 2, 2. Go to where? Huh? Inner loop. What is the value of K? 3. What is the value printed? I, J, K. 1, 2, 3. Go to where? Huh? Inner loop. What is the value of K? False. Come out of inner loop. Go to where? Inner loop. What is the value of J? Come on. 3. Enter into where? Huh? Inner loop. What is the value printed? 1, 3, 1. Go to where? Inner loop. What is the value of ijk? 1, 3, 2. What is the going to where? Inner loop. What is the values printed? ijk? 1, 3, 3. Go to where? Inner loop. Inner loop is what? False. Go to where? Inner loop. Inner loop is also false. Go to where? Outer loop. Go to outer loop. What is the value of I? 2. 2. Come to where again? Inner loop. Come to inner loop. What is the value of J? 1. What is the value of K? 1. What is the value printed? 2, 1, 1. What is the value printed? 2, 1, 1. Go to where? Inner loop. I, J, K. 2, 1, 2. Go to where? Inner loop. Inner loop. What is the value of I, J, K? 2, 1, 3. Go to where? Inner loop. Inner loop is what? Go to where? Inner loop. What is the value of J? 2. Enter into where? Inner loop. I, J, K. 2, 1, 2, 2, 1. 2 to 1. Go to where? Inner loop. What is the value of K? Answer. 2, 2, 2. 2, 2, 2. Go to where? Inner loop. Inner loop. What is the value of K? 2, 3. So, holidays don't know. I, J, K values also don't know. What is an answer now? 2, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. Go to where? Inner loop. What is an inner loop? Go to where? Inner loop. Inner loop value J. 3, 3, 3. Come on, go to where? Inner loop. What is the value of ijk? 2, 3, 1. Go to where? Inner loop. What is the value of k? ijk. Answer. 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4 or 2, 3, 5? 2, 3, 2. 3, 3, 2. Go to where? Inner loop. What is the value of k? K. 3. What is the ijk now? 2, 3, 3. 2, 3, 3. Go to where? Inner loop. Inner loop is what? False. Go to where? Inner loop. Inner loop also. Go to where? Outer loop value of I. False. This is an output. This is an output. You take any outside student, don't know anything. This is also not every student will understand. Not every student will understand. Only few of them will understand. This is the subject. So how do you know that is an inner loops and outer loops? Indentation matters a lot. Indentation matters a lot. Is a very powerful concept. I'll go to the topic of this case I will carry. So students, inner loop example 5.py, inner loop example 5.py. I'll try to bring it 5.py. This concept I will get it. This what you have written it. Try to get it. Here I am writing. Here I will get it. This part also I will get it. So here I will carry. And this also I am doing this. So here backslash t, backslash t, backslash t, Not the format of what? IJK. IJK. Print it. If you want to print, you can print it. IJK values, you can print it. IJK values, you can print it. So once this is over, you can have this simple line of this, and you can have this type of thing here. You can have one more line like this. So this part you can have. This is the else part of this inner. This is the else part of innermost. Done. Try to run this and observe it. This is the beauty of it. IJK values, these are all called. IJK values, these are all called. So beautiful. This is called one setting value. Another type of values are this one. IJK values are printed. I hope you are following. Yes. So still you want to print more clarity. With IJKs you want to print. So here I am writing. Here I am writing I. Here I am writing J. Here I am writing K. You can have it. So print it. So here you are having IJK, 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 IJK. Every time I am printing IJK values. This is so beautiful. Logic is present here. And this kind of questions will come majority of the times in MCQs. To test your intelligence, they will ask you this type of thing. Okay. So, are you following me? This is a subject of how inner loops and outer loops will execute. This is only skeletons I am going to. Right? Open the notes. So, here, go to the place. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will display 1 to n multiplication tables. 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 So what is the meaning of that? First you understand the question. Look at 1 to n multiplication tables. 1 to n multiplication tables. So what is your n? Your n is called what? 5. 5. What is this 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Who will display this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? For loop. One outer for loop. For this one, what I want to generate? One multiplication table I want to generate. How? 1 into 1 is equal to 1. Next is called what? 1 into 2 is equal to 1 into 2 is equal to 2. So on, I will write it what? 1 into 10 is equal to 1 into 10 is equal to 10. Who will generate this type of multiplication table? One more for loop. This is generated by one for loop. Multiplication table will be generated by one more for loop. So outer for loop will supply the number. Inner for loop will generate the table. Are you following? So 2 also. Outer for loop will supply the number. Inner for loop will decide the value. So here 2 into 1. Here I am going to write it. 2 into 2 is equal to 4. So on I am going to write it. 2 into 10 is equal to 20. This is outer for loop is, this loop is generating. This is generated by what? Outer loops will supply the number. Inner loop will generate the number. Inner loop will generate the table. Outer loop generates the numbers. Inner loop will generate the tables. So I think you are following. So let me go to the table. Very, very useful example. So I'm going to go to this place. Inner loops example 6.py. 6.py. There I'm going to take 6.py. There I'm writing. So n is equal to for enter how many tables you want. Enter how many tables you want to generate, or enter how many tables you want to display. If a number of tables is less than or equal to 0, that is invalid input. So is what? Invalid input. Is invalid input. dot format of what? N. So I'm going to take up else. I'm going to take up else. There I will write my table. If my table is 5 numbers I want to generate for NUM in range of what? 1 comma n plus 1. First చూసుకోండి అక్కడ ఫస్ట్ NUM you print it and see. You execute 5. 5 enter. 1, 2, 3, 5 came. For that one, I want to display multiplication table. How do you generate the multiplication table? Here I am writing print of line like this into 50 times into 50 times. There I am writing multiplication table for what I am writing NUM. So I'm writing here like this. Be careful. Now I'm writing one more for loop. For I in range of 1 comma 11. 1 comma 11. Where I will print it backslash t. Number I will print into I value I will print product of number into I. NUM comma I comma NUM star I. Else part I will write it. That I will close this line. That's all. This is called inner loop. Inner loop generates the table. Inner loop generates the table. Outer loop. This is outer loop. Supply the value. Supply the value to inner loop. To the supplied number generates the table. That's all. So for loop, this is an outer for loop else. So I'll write it one more line. That's all. Enter. Say 5. Super. 5 tables are coming. Outer table giving the one multiplication table. 2 table, 3 table, 4th table, 5th table. 5th table. Run once again. 20 tables I want. 20 tables came. All the tables came. Beautiful. So from 1 onwards, first table, second table, like that. In childhood days, you have 1, 2 tables book is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 supplied by what? Outer loop. Inner loop will give you what? Multiplication table. Are you following me? Yes. Simple. See, I want to see for range of what? 2020, 2020, 2025. 2025. What is this now? Year 2020, year 2025. How many years? 4 years. That will be supplied by what? For year in where? Range of. In each year, how many months will be there? So who will supply the months? Inner loop. Who will supply the year? That's all. So for months in range of what? 1 comma 13. 1 comma 13. For that months, for this year, I want to generate the calendar. For that year, for that month, I want to generate the calendar. So who will supply the years? Outer. Who will supply the months? That's all. I will print that kind of year and etc. That is a beautiful subject. I think you are following me, right? So this is about that kind of thing. If at all you want that kind of thing also, I will show you. Look at that. Here I am going to take up inner loop example 7.py. Basically, why you feel programming difficult? Because no practicing. There is a main problem, students. Enter. I will write it here. Directly I will write it. Here I am writing like this. For year. Year. Which year onwards I want? 2 years you తీసుకుందాం. 2023, comma what? 2025. What is this now? Year. So now I am going to write it. Year. Year. I will write it. Year 2024. I am writing year. I am writing year. Now I will go for what? Month. MON. MON. What is this now? 1 to 13. 1 to 13. I will print what? Calendar I want to print it. How do you print the calendar? Print of backslash t. I will print it. dot format of, there is a module called calendar dot month of, month is the function name, year comma what, mon. What is that calendar? Import calendar. Calendar is one of the module. That module related, that module related calendar will print 1 2. What is the year is coming? 2023. 2023 January month. 2023 February month. 2023, like that you will get all the things. I hope you are following me. So month of this entire thing. So why this is error here? So try to run this. So tell Smart is having. So take care of that. So nothing mistake over there. Indentation. So I will go to this place. Indentation you need to take care. That's all. Here, no such type of any magics are not there. Nothing is there. I'm not doing any magic over here. Simple. Execute. See this carefully. And what is this now? Start. From where it is started. Year 2023. What is this now? January, January, February, February, March, April, 2023, 2023. Next is called what? Like this, it is going on printing. Now 2023, September, August, etc. 2024, 2024 came. Again 2024. All the days has come. Are you following? Who will supply the years? Outer loop. Inner loop supplies what? That's all. Are you following me? Yes. Online students, it is more clear. Open the notes. Next. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will generate, which will generate prime numbers, which will generate list of prime numbers. List of prime numbers. List of prime numbers within the given range. 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 Right? Fine. Within the given range. So we are going to enter into the further. So let us move to the further. Are you understanding the question? Prime number logic, you know. So shall I use now prime numbers? Right. Now I'm going to take up inner loops example 7.py. Online students, carefully try to follow. Inner loop 7.py. Inner loop example 7. 8. Huh? Okay, this is 7. Huh? Okay, inner loop example 7. So I'm going to take up, this is 8.py. Okay. So this is called 8.py. Come on, n is equal to what? Int of input of enter enter the range, enter the range, enter the range in which you want prime numbers. Prime numbers. So the prime numbers I'm going to take up. Prime numbers actually starts from where 2 onwards. But if anybody is entering 1 or less than or equal to 1, this is known as which input? Is invalid input. Is invalid input. Not the format of what? N. Invalid input of N. Else part I'm going to write it. So I'm going to take up. That means I'm entering 10. Entering 10. So within the 10, I need to generate the prime numbers. What are the prime numbers? What are the prime numbers? నిద్రపోతున్నావు నువ్వు కూడా నువ్వు నిద్రపోతున్నావు సో మిమ్మల్ని అందరిని చూస్తా ఉంటే నాకు ఏదో అనిపిస్తూ ఉంటది ఒకసారి. మిమ్మల్ని అందరినీ అక్కడ హిమాలయాలలో సాధువులు ఉంటారు. సో ఐ వాంట్ టు హ్యాండ్ ఓవర్ టు దట్ హిమాలయస్ టేకింగ్. సో అండ్ హౌ యు ఆర్ స్లీపింగ్ బై సీయింగ్ యూ ఐఎమ్ ఓన్లీ గెటింగ్ వెరీ మచ్ టెన్స్ అబౌట్ యువర్ ఫ్యూచర్ అండ్ యూఆర్ కమింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ ఎల్బీ నగర్. కరెక్ట్. అంత దూరం నుంచి వచ్చావు. అసలు ఎంత జాగ్రత్తగా చదువుకోవాలి నువ్వు అసలు. కూర్చో. సో actually I don't want to see all these things, but I will see. But when my student is doing, I'm unable to digest that. ఏం చేస్తున్నావు మరి? ఏదో చూస్తున్నావు విచ్ ఇస్ యూజ్లెస్. నిద్రపోవడం ఒకటే కాదు, నిద్రపో, ఇట్ ఈస్ గుడ్ ఫర్ హెల్త్. బట్ యు ఆర్ సీయింగ్ సంథింగ్ బై మిస్సింగ్ ద సబ్జెక్ట్. సో ఐ డోంట్ నో, ఐ హావ్ టు చేంజ్ బై మై సెల్ఫ్ ఫ్రమ్ this what do you call sensitiveness to hard or not, I don't know, but somehow I have to change according to your ideas and everything. Now come to the point of it, and one girl came yesterday and she's asking me, new batch sir, I will attend class 11:20, class will start demo level 11:20. She's asking me, sir, I will attend the class up to 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock I will go, sir. She asked. So I asked, why ma, why you want to go at 12 o'clock? Still class is going on. No, sir. My friend will come at 12 o'clock, sir. Friend will come at 12 o'clock and she will wait there and she want to go that time. I said, get lost from here, I said. Get lost. Friends, gems, all these things, because of friends only people get problem. At that student level, friend is coming, she want to leave. And this is what they don't know anything. And a good student will not ask all these things, sir. Only because of time pass these candidates are. So I said, first of all, I only will not say. So get her first, go out of the class. So like that people are. So I'm unable to see that. So, and that too asking me only. That point. So time pass student, show up. Exactly. Time pass student only. When friend comes and so she will go. Both friends don't know ABCDs also. No. Anyhow, come. Print off this entire thing. Now I'll go to the prime number logic. So who will supply the prime numbers? Numbers who will supply outer loop. Inner loop will decide whether it is a prime number or not. So for num in range of, actually prime number starts from 1 only. Oh, sorry, 2 only. You can write from 2. Even if you write 1 also, no problem. Because 1 will not be considered, neglected, that is. And I am writing what? N plus 1. This will supply what? This loop. Outer loop supply the number. Outer loop supply the number to inner loop. Inner loop will decide the prime number or not. Okay. Now I'll write the prime number logic. Do you remember prime number logic? Tell me what is that? RES is equal to something like true, false, not prime, I already taken up. Taken up or not? Oh, Gurtunda? Remembering or not? Are you remembering? Not seeing this side. So RES is equal to true. Now I am going to say for I in a range of 2, NUM. 2, NUM. Number is coming from the outer loop. 2 to num minus 1. What I do, if NUM percentage I is equal to 0, I say RES is equal to what? False. And I'll say break. Break. Once you say break, you are coming out of the inner loop. Loop ga inner loop, outer loop. When you say break, it won't come out of the total loops. It will come out of only inner loop. So in the inner loop, I am out of the inner loop only. There I will write what? If RES. What is RES? If it is a true. If it is false means it is not a prime number. If it is a true, I will print what? Backslash T. Backslash T. I will print. I will print. What is this now? Dot format of NUM. NUM. These are called list of primes. I will write it. List of prime numbers. List of prime numbers. There I am writing print of list of prime numbers. There I am going to write it. Under that, now I am going to come out of that outer loop related closing. Are you following? This loop will decide the number is prime or not. Outer loop, this one I am saying. This one will decide whether a prime or not. This will supply the number. Execute. Say 10. Prime numbers 1, 3, 5, 7. Beautiful. I say only 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. I say 20, 20, 20. Beautiful. I say 50, 50, 50. These are the prime numbers. Beautiful. So this is the code. This is the way you need to write. Number of primes you want to count it. Number of primes you want to how many number of primes you want to count it. You can. What you will do? NOP. NOP is equal to 0. NOP is equal to 0. NOP plus equal to 1. What is NOP plus equal to 1? What is NOP plus equal to 1? NOP plus 1 is equal to 1 means NOP is equal to NOP plus 1. That plus equal to shorthand operator. I will print here. Print of number of primes. Number of primes. Number of primes within. Number of primes within. Within is equal to dot format of what? Dot format of what? N, comma, NOP. NOP. To understand the programming, it is not a. To understand programming, you need to have a lot of energy and you need to have a lot of practicing. Number of primes within 10, 5. 5. Number of primes within 20, 9. All primes counted. Beautiful. 1 invalid input. 1 is invalid input. 3. 3. Number of primes 3. But 1 is not a prime. 1 is also coming. 1 is not a prime. But how do you overcome that? See, here I need to write what? 2. 2 I need to write 2. So I will write it 2. So I will write it what? 3. Number of primes. 1 is not a prime. So I think you are following me. So take care. Here I wrote 2 to n minus 1. And I wrote it. Here you can write 1 also, no problem. But what you can write? Under. NUM greater than what? 1. NUM greater than 1. This you can write it. So go to the place 3. Then if I say 1, invalid input. Anyway, once you know subject, you can do any way. That is just like a hairstyle. You can comb any left side, right side, up, down, umbrella cutting. Any cutting you can do when you have hair on the head. When you don't have any hair on the head, regular dialogue what I used to say. And that is what subject is required. If you don't have the subject, you are almost ring road bypass road only. Who is having more subject, that is the style of subject. Physical style is not correct. Physical style is only up to you will maintain 50, 27 years, 27 years, 28 years. After that, nobody will look at you. You are outdated. Subject is not there, job is not there. Style will not come automatically. When you have a style, you need money, na? To get the money, what do you need? Job. What job? Zomato, Swiggy, not this job. You need a solid job. Morning, you need to start your car, AC on, music start, enter into the office, do a solid coding, go to the office in car, AC, everything. That is a job. Minimum 1 lakh rupees per month when you are a fresher level. When you reach to almost 20, 25 years, per month you need to get 3, 4 lakhs. That is subjective. That is a subject. Like that, you have to maintain your life. The practical experience I am telling to you. That is a life. But everyday car not enough. The boring will come. You need to come on scooty also sometimes to enjoy the nature, air and all. Correct? Right. So that's why to do all these things you need what? Subject. Need not to go to US or something. You educated in India and you are serving in USA. You studied here. You serve your services to here only. Because you are intelligent. If you are not intelligent, go to USA. Okay. So anyhow, I'm joking. It is your choice. You do whatever you like it. Because you are an Indian, provide your services to India. If you are not a good programmer, go there. What you do there, nobody knows. Anybody knows? Nobody knows. But when you come to India, they will feel that he is there in USA. What you do in USA, I know. You also know personally. When you speak to them, you will come to know. Okay, now. So come to that. That's why students try to do a beautiful job, build your career. Need not to go to USA. Here in India itself, you are fully talented. You will get the same money here also. Understand? They are doing some odd job, working here and there. All these things, it's very complicated for you. And even though you come to India, you feel that what you will do always it is there in your mind and everything. So that's why all these things. Hmm? Yunus, in US also Swiggy Zomato is also there. Yunus, sorry, from USA. You are from different zone, I think. Hmm. Okay. Sanika, our hometown India. Okay. Good. So anyhow, students. So any USA students are here. They can share with your view things because many people are there in India in the place USA. You can say your views. So to me. So of course, I already know, but just I'm asking them. They will also feel like. Okay, now shall we move to that? Right now. Next. So Jonas. So they think life is beautiful outside India, but it's not true. 100%. So when you go to just example, when you are up to 10th class, you are in the home. Parents will give you whatever you want. So that time you will feel, okay, I want to be in hostel. You will feel sometimes. Why? Hostel, because in the home, parents will say, read, read, do that, this, something they will say. You will feel some burden sometimes. You want to be in hostel. In hostel, what will happen? First 1 week, okay. Later, after, what will happen? Your bucket is there only. Your cloth are unable to clean by yourself. After 1 month, second month onwards, you will see real picture, and you will tell to parents want to come to home. And how the hostelers will be? All of them are not same. Different people will be there. So that's why. Why all those doubts? Be with parents. Learn well. Get good job. Read well first of all, so that you can get the job. So coming to the point of it. So, okay, Yunus, as a residential college student, I can completely understand what you are saying because I was also there in the hostel. Of course, that is a very different hostel in SSN, Prakashan district, Ongol. My district is Prakash district, AP. There I was in the SSN college. It's a very disciplined hostel. From there only this timing, punctuality, everything came to me. So they will definitely have to wake up at 4:30 means you have to wake up early morning 4:30. You have to open the notes. You have to open at any point of time is time. 1 minute late also, garbage collector will collect away. That systematic things required. Okay. Anyhow, students, do well and be sincere, first of all, without sleeping, doing sitting properly in the classes, not like a railway passenger, like a bus passenger, like that. Anyhow, do it. Write down some homework, you write it. Hmm? Hmm. Good. Eunice, very good property you have. Nice student. Write a Python program. Wake up at 4 p.m., take a bath with cold water, and then read until breakfast, then class. Super student. Offline people are thinking, నేను ఎప్పుడు చేయాలి ఇదంతా అని. Will you do it? Will you do this? Will you do? You will not do. So, okay, triple R from Mongol. Triple R from Mongol. Okay. You are also from Mongola. Okay, very good. So, write down. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will accept a line of text. I'm giving homework this one. Which will accept a line of text. Which will accept a line of text. Comma. Display the words. Display the words. Display the words and also display letters of the word, letters of the word, letters of the word, letters of the word. Look at example. You see example. Suppose Python is an OOP language. What is an expected output like this? Expected output, students. Look at expected output. What is an expected output? How many words? First Python. Next what? Is. Next an. OOP. Next lang. These are the words displayed by one loop. In that loop, P, Y, like this. P, what is the next term? Y, T, H, O, N. Next is called what? Is. I will display what? I, S. Next I will go for what? N, A, N, N. I'll go to what? OOP. What? O, O, P. OOP. There I will go to lang. L, A, N, G. These things I want to get. I want to display the word by one loop. Immediately the nested loop I should display what? Each character of that word I need to display. These words are displayed by outer loop. Inner loop will display what? The word of the letter will be displayed. This you need to do it. Okay? Will you do it? Okay, do it. This is what homework. So I'll stop my class. Take it. Without writing, you are just looking. Are you Rosam or what? Take that. Written. So you need to split the line of text. List will come. Get the words from the list. One loop. Inside the loop, I need to go for another loop for CH in word. For word in words, for CH in word. Inner loop is CH in word. So do that. This I will stop it. This is called which concept? Inner loops concept. Tomorrow, if I come back, I'll tell you this is called which level? Fourth level. Fifth level examples I will tell you tomorrow. So tomorrow will be the Wednesday. After that, class Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, holiday. Next class is on Monday. Monday. Okay? Fine. So coming to the point of it. Aryan Tiwari. So months and years. Here I used it. Some small thing called what, calendar module I took it. That calendar module I will explain. Importing, like a sys module importing. Anyway, I'm going to tell you this kind of thing in the further classes. Okay, so I'll stop the class, and tomorrow class, don't miss it. Thank you. All the best.